Okay, just hit the live button. Doing a little pinned message. Let me know if you guys can hear me and if we're good. If we're good to duck some ball. Let's see. All right, I got my chat up. Let's put this here. All right, I see Zach G in chat. Good to see him. Black Shadow. Hey, guys. Hope your day is going good. Streams are hot. Hot in the streets with the streams. Having a lot of fun doing them. Firing up another one. Pretty cool. Happy to be here. Talking about my White Sox. Yeah, Brett. Your socks. Talking about multiple socks. And other stuff. Whatever people want to talk about, we will talk about. That's kind of how the stream went yesterday. It started with like 5 minutes of Max Fried. And then it just kind of became about everything. The Boston Red Sox trade for a White Sox lefty to be their ace. Time is a flat circle. Hope everyone is having a spectacular Wednesday. I've had a pretty busy one myself. 2 episodes of baseball today. Recorded my video today. Did some short stuff. And now I'm streaming. Pretty full Wednesday. Glad to see people pouring in. Love that we got a nice little stream community that we're building here. Very special stuff. I didn't say it last time, and you should say it. Please subscribe if you're not already. Please like the stream if you haven't. It helps other people find it and grow the community and all that good stuff. Yeah, we're trying to become more of a live stream channel. Bring that dimension. So this is the big news of the day. Your Chicago White Sox have found a trade suitor in the Boston Red Sox. They get 2 of Boston's top 5 prospects. The most notable being catcher Kyle Teal. Outfielder Braden Montgomery was drafted last year, fell in the draft to 14 with some injury concerns. He's looking pretty good. And then Chase Meidroth, let me know. And Wickelman Gonzalez. Not too familiar with those. Those 2 kind of feel like sweeteners. But the infielder Chase Meidroth is close to MLB ready. So that's probably why. And I said it on Shea. I said it on Baseball Today. I really felt like the 2 teams best equipped and most interested in a Garrett Crochet deal were the Boston Red Sox and the New York Mets. And what I heard from my birdies, who I will not disclose identity of, is that the Mets were in it till the finish and gave it their best go. So it's unfortunate, but the Red Sox, I think, were just best equipped for this situation. I think that this was probably the best package. I think the White Sox probably made the best call. Maybe a team like the Baltimore Orioles could have stepped in and done something, but the Orioles are prospect hugging. That's what they do, baby. That's what they like. And now Garrett Crochet is a Red Sox. And you know what? He kind of looks like one. He kind of looks like a dude that would play for the Boston Red Sox. So I'm happy for my Sox fans. I'm happy for the Ice Boys. They got finally their first move. And it's cool because the Red Sox can still go out there and make some big-time moves, man. I like this move for them. I'm sad as a Mets fan, but I get it. Seeing some stuff that Burnes might sign today. That's interesting. I think the Red Sox are a Burnes suitor. So that could prove to be quite an eventful day for Boston fans after the crisis that was yesterday, losing Max Fried and not doing much of anything else. But yeah, let me know what you want to talk about in the chat. We'll start with Crochet. I mean, the prospects here are pretty interesting. If you didn't listen to the emergency up of Baseball Today, basically the crux is that Kyle Teal is the prized possession. He's a offensive first catcher, but a guy that has a powerful arm, grades out well defensively, can, I guess, complement the things that Edgar Cuero, who's the other catcher they acquired last year for Lucas Giolito from the Angels, the things that he doesn't do well. He's not profiling as a great defensive catcher. Braden Montgomery, we'll wait and see. He's very far away from being ready, but, he could make good strides. And then the other 2 are kind of just the other 2. It was kind of always going to be a 2 big prospects, 2 sweeteners kind of trade for Crochet, for 2 years of Crochet. We got some Kyle Tucker stuff today. We got the Kyle Tucker rumors. The Cubs rumor was pretty nuts if we want to talk about that. Let's see. Is Ken not reporting that? Ken, come on. I think John Heyman had it maybe. Basically, Cubs are offering Isak Paredes and Seiya Suzuki, I think, amongst a prospect as well. Yeah, here it is from Heyman. For Kyle Tucker for the 1 year. And I like that move a lot for both sides. If you're going to get rid of Seiya and his price tag, you might as well bring in a much better player on a rental deal if you're trying to win this year. The Isak Paredes thing is really interesting for the Astros. He's a pull fly ball hitter, which is why when the Cubs got him, I was like, why? The wind, Wrigley, all that stuff. That didn't make a lot of sense to me. And it makes sense that they're trying to move off him. He would be a great fit at Minute Maid. I mean, you talk about Crawford boxes and stuff like that, and they get their third baseman of the relative future. So that, in my mind, is the favorite right now. I think there is an implied Yankee tax with whatever they offer up for Tucker, but also the Astros really like Luis Gil. So I don't know. I think both teams are equally in play. I'm going to make chat a little bit bigger so you guys can see yourself on screen. If the Yankees get Tucker, what an offseason. Straight up, like the 2025 Yankees will be better than the 2024 Yankees if they get Tucker and then fill all their other holes. Because Tucker is definitely a step down from Soto, but not that much of a step. I mean, he's a terrific hitter. Let's just pull up his baseball reference really quick. I've done enough Crochet talk for a little bit, right? Jed just said they are keeping Seiya. Yankee fans probably feel really good about that. I don't know. Because that means they're not going to trade Hap, I don't think. Wow. Did Jed really say that? Let me know where you saw that. That's really interesting. Kyle Tucker, 181 OPS plus last year. Boogity boogity. 4.7 WAR into 78 games, so well over an 8 WAR pace. That's the caliber of player that you were acquiring here. And Kyle Tucker he just kind of flies under the radar for me. I don't know why. He's been good. He's been great. And I think he's going to really get to shine this year in his contract here. So that's exciting stuff. I don't know if it happens, though. Package has to be supreme for the Astros, who are still, I think, trying to win the AL West next year, while also gearing towards the future. But we'll see. We will definitely see. What else we got in chat? Hope everyone's having a great day. Scrolling a little bit. Horwitz to the Pirates is a great move. Pirates are finally going to have a first baseman for more than just 1 year. So long, Carlos Santana's, Rowdy Telez's, Josh Bell's, all that stuff. That is a somewhat long-term answer. It did cost them Luis Ortiz, who I like. But you know what? That's what trading's all about, baby. Pirates had a lot of pitching. Cleveland had a bat they didn't need. Boom. Make a swap. Love it. Blue Jays side of things, I don't know. I'm not going to do too much on that because I don't want to make Blue Jays fans feel bad or angry or anything. But I think if a team was going to trade for Andres Gimenez, they'd need to have been near complete and ready to compete for a World Series. Because if you add a 4-WAR defender, the best defensive second baseman in baseball, on top of a near complete team, it's a fantastic move. It's like a cherry on top rounding out your team move. Whereas the Blue Jays, I feel like they're pretty far away still. And Jimenez is probably going to play short, if I had to guess, because Bichette's defense at short is kind of tough. Yeah, I think he would probably grade out better at second, and then Jimenez has played shortstop before and done so well. So, interesting move, for sure. Interesting move. Will you go live for whenever Burnes signs? Kind of depends. Like, if it's like midnight, probably not. But also, who knows? I would prefer it be during the workday because then I'd have my nice setup and stuff. I have a home setup, and it's not as clean, but, you know, it could get the job done. But, yeah, I mean, the 3 Burnes teams right now, it certainly seems like it's going to be Boston, who hasn't spent any money yet. I mean, they haven't. I mean, let's just check out their payroll really quick. In my brain, it's Boston. It is the Toronto Blue Jays, like many, many people are saying in my chat right now. And the San Francisco Giants, who still have the other leg of the Correa and Judge money they never got to spend because they only spent like half of it on Willy Adames. And Buster Posey has shown that he's not afraid to spend. But like, look at the Red Sox payroll, dude. They have what is it? They have 4 players that are making more than $10 million in 2024. That's it. This is Boston. Look at that. Look at how tiny that payroll is. 113? It's nothing. Red Sox can do so much more. So they need to stop penny pinching now. Keep making moves. Cyclone Burns in chat. Welcome back, dude. Haven't seen you. That's my guy. Okay, let's see what else we got. Bregman, I don't know. Why are the Yankees in? I feel like they don't need to be in, and they're in. Right? I feel like Yankee fans don't want it. I feel like the Yankees front office kind of really doesn't want it. It all feels kind of fake. Another guy the Red Sox could sign. Would make a lot of sense there. I don't know. But I feel like they only do one of Burnes and Bregman. Here's my Jolly Olive patented prediction. If the Blue Jays go above and beyond and outbid everybody by a lot, they will get Burnes. But I don't think that happens. I think that they are neck and neck with Boston and the Giants, and I think Corbin Burnes goes to the Giants. And then it's Burnes and Webb at the top as your 1-2. That's something you can really compete with. Red Sox lose out on Burnes. They pivot. They give the money to Bregman. 8 years, 200, maybe 25 per. That's kind of what Bregman wants. He said he wanted to get to the 200 mark. I didn't think it would happen. Now I do. And then I think it's going to be, I don't want to do this to Blue Jays fans, but I do think it's going to be, well, you can still round out a good offseason with like Santander. Maybe Gleyber plays third. It's just there's no easy answer, man. If the Blue Jays sell, they're an awesome seller. I don't know. The team that is just better poised to make a push for the AL East this year is the Red Sox, in my opinion. The Blue Jays just have too much stuff tied up. Let's look at their payroll. And the Orioles are just pissing me off. They're just making me mad. Why are we trading for Dylan Cease? We should be signing people. I don't know. Blue Jays payroll. This ugly Springer contract that doesn't go away for the next 2 years. Boo. Barrios. His contract is kind of nice. At least until 2027. Right now, you're paying the same amount of money as like what Frankie Montas is getting this year for Barrios. That's a great deal. Gosman's deal I always liked. I still wish that he came here. I think we gave him the highest offer. Say Levy. I think Gosman's a great pitcher. Bassett getting 22 mil sucks. Like there's some big numbers here, man. But it's still only 119. I don't know. Why does no one want to go to Toronto? Why does no one want to play with Vlad? I don't know. I think Teoscar is a more viable option. He was my pick in my prediction video. I said I think Teoscar has a chance to go home if he doesn't go to Los Angeles. Could also be a Red Sox. I feel like a lot of the remaining moves are going to happen in the AL East because it's just going to become an arms race. Because in the NL East, I feel like the Braves, they're going to keep things high and tight and probably not do too much. And I feel like, what am I saying here? I also want to adjust this. I feel like the Phillies are kind of tied up in some contracts they don't like, right? So how much are they going to do? I feel like they're going to try and trade a little bit. And then the Mets, the Mets are going to make more moves, but I don't think anything as big as some people are suggesting. Here we go. I feel like that looks better. Okay. Random MLB trivia, best Dutch players. I can't with that right now. I can't. At a time like this? What are you, crazy? What are you, nuts? Yeah, I feel like this was like just a little bit. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want this to look cleaner. There we go. Is that anything? You can see the top of chat, kind of. I don't know. What's chat saying? Sorry, I've been ignoring you guys too long. My bad. John Means a lot to relate to. Ha ha ha. Is he a free agent? What happened to John Means? That'll be a video essay soon. What happened to John Means? The story. Okay, the Braves have done absolutely nothing. Yeah, and they'll win the NL East. Because that's the Braves, baby. That's just how they roll. Remember when Bohm was getting traded, what was going to happen with that? So that's why I kind of don't believe Jed saying that they're not going to trade Seiya. Because I still think the Phillies are going to trade Bohm. Why wouldn't they? Right? Are the Phillies just going to purely run it back again? Like they're just going to run back the same thing? I don't really buy that. Because we did this yesterday with the 5-starter stuff, so I don't want to regurgitate all of it. Oh, this is interesting. Where's Gleyber Torres going? Okay, so this is one of the ones that I think, go to the SNY Twitter page. Why is there something else? SNY Twitter. I'll look that up. Gleyber is really interesting because I feel like we lost some guys in the Rule 5 draft. I don't know why you told me to go here. Hey, Grant. Good to see you. Brian Wu, the Mets. No, I think he's untouchable. I think if any Mariners starter is getting traded, it is Luis Castillo because he's the one with money attached, the one closest to expiring, and the oldest. So, which he's still a great pitcher. So be happy to have him. In the middle of an at-bat. No, I'm not reading that. Jolly, do you think Alonso comes back? No. And it's sad. I'm starting to buy more and more into the Mets don't want to bring Alonso back on 4 to 5 years, so they let him walk. They want Ryan Clifford to play first eventually because they think they believe in his bat. So they do a gap. They sign Carlos Santana for 1 year. Maybe. Because then you get a really good defensive first baseman, Gold Glover. Lindor at short. McNeil, Acuna, Mauricio, Vientos, spread around second and third. That's solid. But I don't know. I would prefer Pete, for sure. But I think Pete wants that 6-year deal. And the fact that we haven't heard anything on it means that he's waiting and biding his time and waiting for this flurry to pass because I think he wants his own like section of the sweepstakes. And right now it's a lot of like Burnes and Fried and Soto and like those guys are taking center stage. Adames, like I think he's waiting for the storm to pass so that he can have full attention because a lot of teams could use a power hitting first baseman. So. I feel like the Orioles need to trade for one of Castillo or Cease. Am I crazy, or was Luis Castillo like a big fly ball pitcher last year? Did I make that up? Is that something my brain concocted? Because if he was, Camden Yards is a tough fit. That's a tough fit. And I feel like Cease kind of was too. Well, my internet's not working anymore, so that stinks. If they go to a gap plan with Santana, how much worse do the Mets get, if at all? I don't think they get worse because whatever offensive production you lost with Alonso, you get right back and more with Soto. So that's not my concern. My concern is mostly just who's going to play the corner infield positions. Do the Mets believe in Mark Vientos as a third baseman? I think they're like halfway on it right now. Maybe he could get better. Maybe he has the offseason where he works at it and comes back a different dude. If they don't believe in him, then it's going to be Vientos at first. And maybe Beatty gets another crack or Beatty gets traded and we get some other answer. But I think, in my brain, what I have right now is Santana at first, Vientos at third, Lindor at short, and then all the other options floating around second base. Acuna, Mauricio. Maybe Mauricio at third? They got options. Thank you so much, Baseball Reference. I appreciate it. I don't remember what I was looking up. Gosh damn it. Mets need a Bregman? No thanks. Not for $200 million. I don't know. Not for $200 million. Do you think the Red Sox would simply sign Buehler or Flaherty instead of Burnes? That would be such a slap in the face. But maybe. But remember how low their payroll was when we just looked at it? It's low. You can afford Corbin Burnes for $30 million a year. Leave. Buehler is either going to go back to LA or is going to go one of these central teams on a 1-year deal, but I don't know. I was going to look up Luis Castillo, and then my computer took a fart on me. What was that? There we go. Okay. So 26.8, 27.6. I don't need that. I want to look up where that ranks. I mean, he was good at Great American Ballpark, so maybe I'm totally making this up. That's how ownership likes it, low. But yeah, but that's like low. That's low. That's real low. 117 for a city that's won 4 World Series in the past 20 years. I mean, that's nuts. Advanced. Fly ball. I need batted ball. Okay, so no, he wasn't that high. I made that up. Flaherty was, which is why, he wouldn't be a good fit at Camden and why it probably didn't work initially. And there's Dylan Cease. Right there. So this is what doesn't really make sense to me. Because they're moving the wall back in at Camden. And that's for their hitting signings, which Mike Elias literally said on MLB Network, like kind of cheeky, but I think he was being serious of like, we wanted to sign right-handed power hitters so we could get ideal bats and then not have them not want to come here. So he gets Tyler O'Neill, he gets Gary Sanchez, who moves in the left field wall because they're pole fly ball hitters. Fine. That's perfectly fine. I think the Orioles lineup will be good. The problem is if you want to go and trade for Dylan Cease because you don't want to spend money because either you don't have the money to spend because ownership won't give it to you or you're just too afraid to get in these intense bidding wars, that's not the guy you should trade for. And also, why are the Padres shopping Dylan Cease? They were one win away from potentially going to the NLCS, win the pennant, win the World Series. Why would you deconstruct what you built? So both sides of it make no sense to me. Because the Orioles have been prospect hugging forever now. So I don't get why you would blow not all of it, but blow a lot of it on Dylan Cease, who is a good pitcher who's going to give you 200 innings and replace that Burnes void. But he's very susceptible to the long ball. And he's going to walk a bunch of dudes. I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't pass my sniff test. I think that they should. I don't know what they should do. I mean, the answer is like Sean Manaea, but I don't want them to do that, so I didn't say it. I don't want them to sign Sean Manaea because I want my team to sign Sean Manaea. Because they're broke, but they're not broke. They have money and they have new owners. So that's malarkey. Let's see. Mets don't get Alonso back. They should focus on Vladdy. So that's kind of the gap year thing, right? Like 1 year deal for Santana. You move on. Maybe Clifford gets a taster. If you don't believe in him, you trade him or something, or you DH him maybe, but you redirect your focus to Vladdy. If you want to spend even more on this core, which you definitely could because Vladdy's young, and if he has another one of these seasons, he'll be pretty likable. It's just that Vladdy defensively isn't awesome at first base, and you're going to have to give him a pretty long deal. So something to think about. But he's going to get money next year because it's him and Kyle Tucker, which is why Tucker, I think, is not going to sign an extension. Thanks, Bubble Sports. And you know what? Because he complimented me, I'm going to answer your question. Where's Gleyber going? Let's figure this out before I ignore it again. Let's figure this out right now. We're going to do, team stats. We're going to do batting. We're going to do second base as a primary position. Or, no, we'll do positional split. That's better. That's more accurate. All right, we have all these teams. Who were the worst offensive teams at second base? The Boston Red Sox were far and away the worst offensive team at second base. I feel like I've been talking about them nonstop, but hey, you never know. The Giants, who I believe was my pick in my free agent prediction video, I had Gleyber going there. I got some guff for that because Gleyber doesn't grade out well defensively. But, the Giants have a pretty solid defensive infield now between Adames and Chapman and Tyler Fitzgerald. I know they like him, but I think he can play center or he can be your util guy if you don't really believe in him, whatever. The Angels would be funny, man. Oh, dude, I could totally see that. Oh, I could totally see that. So, they're still spending, right? They were, the first team to spend. They signed Kikuchi. They signed Hendricks. They signed d'Arnaud. Who's their second baseman? Rengifo. Rengifo can play third when Rendon gets hurt because Rendon will get hurt. And then they'll need a second baseman. So they need Rendon insurance. Do the Angels give Gleyber a 3-year deal? I saw some people saying that Gleyber might just take a 1-year high AV deal. I don't think he does that. I think he's he plays a pretty unique position on this free agent market. So I feel like he can get a multi-year deal. And I think he might even get 3 because he's kind of young. 3 for 30 or something, 3 for 45 or something like that. I know his numbers last year aren't awesome. I think he finished just league average in terms of offense and had a very up and down season. And the year before he had the trade rumor thing, which ruined that season. But I mean, listen, this is a 3-year stretch of a power hitting second baseman who has played a minimum 140 games. And even in that 140 year, he had 4 WAR. Baseball Reference crapping out on me again. This looks like a cumulative, I want to say 110 OPS plus. That's valuable. That has value. And he's a leadoff hitter, which a lot of teams could definitely use because that's not easy to find. He kind of stepped into the role because they needed it last year and he really thrived. So keep your eye on that. I think his market is kind of similar to Alonso. I think they're waiting a little bit to like get things going so they can be kind of in the spotlight and not in the background. Angels would kind of be I don't want to say good fit because they shouldn't be spending. They should be rebuilding, but it would be kind of a good fit. What else we got here? Rockies, no. White Sox, no. Orioles, no, because they're not going to spend. And they have a logjam of infielders. And Holiday's going to play second base. Pittsburgh, no, they won't spend. Miami, no. Royals is kind of interesting. Royals is just the tiniest bit interesting, although I think I believe in Angels more than that. Michael Massey. I like Michael Massey, but I think he plays multiple positions. Yeah, man. I think I'm going with the Angels. Angels or Giants, because I don't think Boston does it. They got too many things they need to juggle, and they got talented position players. Like Rafael, I think, can play second base. I think that's like his best position. Los Angeles Angels signed Gleyber Torres. That's my answer officially. I don't think it's Seattle. People keep saying Seattle, and I don't think it's Seattle at all. They haven't been rumored in anything. So, oh, that's me. What else we got? Anyway, Pete signs back. We already did a little bit of Pete. Pete's taking the highest offer. He's a Boris client, so that's that. Same with Minaya. I love Minaya, and he loved being here, but he's a Boris client, so he'll take the highest offer. That's what you do when you hire Scott Boras. That's the thing that you accept when you go into it. Can you explain why teams lose bonus pool money? I don't actually really know, other than there just has to be an implied penalty, and that's just what the qualifying offer is, which is why players hate it, because it just hurts their market, even though they didn't do anything. So, like, I think Nick Pivetta is a pretty popular one right now because he was a guy that some people thought would accept the QO, and he denied it, and he's looking at 2 to 3 year deals now. But there's that caveat of, like, you're going to lose bonus pool money, which means that hurts your chances of getting Sasaki potentially, and then obviously the draft pick. So the qualifying offer is shitty. Like, it's just a shitty thing, and rarely gets accepted, and the MLBPA hates it, but they'll never be able to negotiate out of it because there's so many other strings attached to the CBA that are prioritized over, the qualifying offer, which has just been there for many years now. So that stinks. But Jock first base for the Mets. One man can dream. I've been asking for Jock every offseason. I'm giving up. It's never happening. Okay. I've accepted. He's never going to play for my team. Whatever. John Heyman said the Padres are listening to offers on Dylan Cease, Luis Arias, and Xander. If a team is offering anything for Xander Bogaerts, they are insane. That might be the worst contract in baseball. So the Padres are trying to cut payroll, huh? That's what this sounds like. Well, I know Arias is, I think, a year away from being a free agent, right? Am I incorrect in saying that? Where's Luis? Why is he not here? Oh, there he is. So, yeah, Arb this year, free agent next year. So they're shopping rentals. Okay, that's not crazy. I don't think that's like a panic sign. They're shopping Bogaerts because this contract is ridiculous. Look how long he gets $25 million a year. That's utterly ridiculous. I'm getting a call from Jake Storielli. Hang on, let's see. Hello, Jake Storielli.
Jolly, this is Jake Storielli. We're filming a JJTV Sporkle.
Okay.
It's a bunker. It's my new favorite thing. The question gets harder as you go, and if you don't get it right, you don't see the rest of the answers. We're using you as a lifeline.
Okay. I'm currently live streaming. I want you to know that. So you're on your...
I want you to know you're a low-level bunker.
Rude.
Okay, I'm glad you understood that. That means you're ready. What are you live streaming, Jolly Olive?
Yeah, we're just live streaming winter meetings coverage. Chat says hi.
Hey, chat. Do you know how many perfect games have been pitched in MLB history?
I think it's 20 on the dot. Either that or
0.
Or Domingo was 21, I think, maybe.
Do you think Lucas Diversa knows?
Yes.
I think so, too.
I think he knows the exact number.
Who else in the office do you think would know?
No one.
It's diverse or bust.
I don't think Ryan would know. I don't think Dalton would know. Dalton would probably say the same thing as me. Yeah, I think it's if you want concrete, like a year or a specific number, diverse is your guy.
Okay, we're gonna make some calls.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Jolly.
Bye. That's what I deal with, guys. That's what I deal with. Chat saying 24. I led him astray. Did you guys look it up? There's no way you guys just knew that. All right, I'm texting him. I won't show you guys. All right, I'm going to say 24 final answer. I'm going to say I changed my mind. 24. Hopefully he buys that it's me. I mean, there's video evidence that it's not me. I could name all of them. Wow. Neat. Oh, I can start Q&As and polls. How neat. It's the only thing I can do well. TJ, I'm sure you can do other things well. San Diego's going to be hamstrung by those Bogarts and Machado deals. Yeah, at least Machado's still producing, but the Bogarts deal sucks, dude. It sucked when it got signed, too. That thinks. I mean, I'm sure he can still be a productive player. But, like, my God. That's so bad. Like, I feel like there's, like, a thing where, like, everyone's first year of a mega deal never is, like, awesome. And, like, the example I always use is Lindor. And then he turned into a great player. Like, Harper's first year in MVP? I feel like it was just kind of... No, I mean, it was good. But, like, you know, it's like a little bit down, right? Because then his OPS plus is 30 points higher the next year. And then I think Machado's first year wasn't awesome. Yeah, 110 OPS plus. So, like good players are solid their first year of a big deal, and then they get better. I feel like that's like a trend I've seen. And, like, the exemption is, like, Judge. But Sander, like, this is, like, exceptionally bad. He was, like, a little bit above replacement level, missed 50 games. His power got sapped. He's playing out of position. 688 OPS. Petco's not hitter friendly. It doesn't pass my sniff test, and you're paying him until he's 42. It's bad. It's really bad. So if they can find a way out of that, power to them. I don't think they can, though. I don't think they can. Trey Turner as well. That'll age better. Like, Turner can move to third eventually. When I think Aiden Miller's ready, he'll probably play short, and then Turner will play third, and he'll probably grade up like a plus defensively. Also, Turner, he got hurt last year and then hit, like, really well. Yeah, like, he finished the year with an 800 OPS. It's a little bit of a scary sample size, and it's $300 million, but I would take that over 280 for Bogarts with more years any day of the week. But I would take Lindor above both of them, but that's not what the question is. Sorry. That was Mets fan bullshit. Sorry. Decline of his defense. Yeah. I mean, you know, there's that. How many more signings and trades do you think happen today? I hope one happens right now so we can live react to it. Live react to it. I've been chasing that high ever since we went live for Soto, and it happened in the middle of the stream. But I've noticed that this, like, little 3:30 to 4:30 pocket that I stream in, everything goes quiet. Everything's just dead. I feel like everyone's eating lunch, taking a bathroom break. They're not making moves. So I don't know. Valdez for the Mets, load up on Dominicans. I'm down. Vientos is part Dominican, I think. I think he's, like, Dominican descent. He was born here, but Dominican descent. If Lindor was Dominican too, one man can dream. What's Jose Siri? Is he Dominican? Gotta be. Yeah, Dominican. I'm excited for him. I think the Mets are going to get a good season out of him. Who do you think is the A's next free agent or trade target? I think it's a Rooker extension. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but they're in danger of getting a grievance filed against them for not spending enough of their money, so they have to spend money. They were rumored to be in on Fried. I don't know if I believe that. The lights went out. Rooker extension is my answer. Give me 1 second. I am back. Did you see Jose Theory overthrow in the Dominican League last night? It probably went really far, if I had to guess, because he got a strong arm. And I'm sick of watching Nimmo throw to home. It's tough. It's tough. How many people we got? 700? Nice. That's like yesterday. Cool. Hey, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the stream, because that would go a long way. Freed Rumor is false, said their GM. That makes sense. Didn't seem like there was a lot of truth to it, if I'm being honest. I got about 15 minutes left if you guys want to fire off any more questions. I had a lot of fun doing the Gleyber destination thing, so if you have a mid-level free agent, not like a Corbin Burnes type, that you want to talk about and see if we can find a suitor, let me know. Send me a name. Someone said Yoan Moncada. So I feel like a Yoan Moncada deal for the A's. I hope you didn't watch my video, because that means we just had the same prediction. That was my prediction for the Oakland A's. I have them getting a 1-year league minimum major league deal for Moncada. HSK. I think we did that yesterday. I said Brewers, so that's where I landed. Santander. I think I'm just going to go Blue Jays. Goldie. I think I'm going to do first baseman. Let's just make it first baseman. So it's Goldie, Rizzo, Santana. I'm not going to do Walker, because Walker looks like it's Yankees Nationals 2-horse race. So Goldie, Rizzo, Santana. Santana's the best one, obviously. He hit the best and he was the best defender. So let's figure this out. Let's just do what we did before. Positional split, WRC plus, bing, bang, boom. Cincinnati, they've been quiet, and they have some talent on their team. Matt McLean's going to get a full, healthy season. They could be interesting. They could be in the mix. Hopefully their rotation takes another step, potentially, but I don't know how much I believe that. Colorado, no. Yankees obviously are in play for something. Detroit, that's Torkelson. That's tough. I saw a Pittsburgh Anthony Rizzo rumor that I really liked, and then they got Horwitz, which is way better. But I was into that for like a half second. I was like, "Oh, I could see him in the black and yellow." What does a Rizzo contract look like? 1 year for what did Rowdy get? So signs with Pirates. Was it minors? Rowdy got. Is there no money here? Where's the money? Where's the money? Securing a 1-year deal. Okay. MLB, you're being so weird. 3.2 mil. So Rowdy was coming off a really bad year, like Rizzo did. Left-handed, power-hitting bat, first baseman. He was coming off a bad year, and he got 3.2 mil. Rizzo definitely has more of a resume, and he's like a known clubhouse dude. So I think Rizzo gets 1 year for 5. Because, for example, if you were like, Rizzo's not worth that, Tim Anderson got 1 year for 5 last year from the Miami Marlins. And he was awful again, but they were like, resume, batting title, was on a division-winning team. Let's see if we can tap into that. Give him $5 million. He was bad. That's it. That's the end of the story. So Rizzo, I think, gets that. So what team is interested in spending $5 million and that's it on their first baseman? That's the game that we're playing. Maybe the Oakland A's. Potentially. They have to spend more money, right? I would assume they would love a veteran presence for all of their young guys, all their young, promising outfield of Blade, Butler, Rooker, and then their infield guys like Geloff. Like, that's a very young team, so adding a guy like Rizzo, who's been there and done it all in the league, could be very beneficial. So I think I'm going to actually submit that answer. Anthony Rizzo, you are a Sacramento A, and he gets to reunite and play with Sevy. So that's nice. They get to play together. Goldie to the Astros still kind of feels real. That still feels like it's happening for me. I don't think they're going to roll up with John Singleton as their opening day first baseman. So, I don't think the Giants are going to do that. Maybe Diamondbacks. Maybe D-backs. Because I don't think the D-backs are getting Walker back. I don't think they're interested in going towards that 70 mil threshold that I think is going to be what the number that gets it done. Goldie goes back home. Arizona. Locked. Carlos Santana is the most interesting one. He's got the most suitors. He's got the highest upside. he is the oldest by far. I think he's going to be 39 next year, but the dude has just been doing it, man. He's like one of my favorite players in baseball. I would absolutely love to root for him day in and day out. At age 38, he put up 2.5 WAR. He hit 23 homers, and he won a Gold Glove. A long overdue Gold Glove. This guy should have 5 Gold Gloves, but that's not how the Gold Glove award works. So, past 4 years, he's played a minimum of 130 games. He's hit a minimum of 19 home runs. You know exactly what you're getting with Carlos Santana. You're getting a league average bat, you're getting an above league average glove, and you're getting 20 home runs. And you're getting a switch hitter, which is very useful for lineup construction. Splits versus left-handed pitching. Let's check it out. Bad or good? Let's see. He's the definition. This man right here. I'm going to punch him in. This man right here. Right there. Definition of Unk still got it. Right there. Unk still got it is actually about Carlos Santana. Anyways. What was I talking about? Splits versus lefties. Ooh! 934. Who is this guy? No way. No way. Okay, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Hang on. I have an idea. We're going to figure this out right now. Team, hitting, split against lefties. Who needs a first baseman that can play good defense, that can mash lefties, that doesn't have a big budget to spend on that player? No. There's those Reds again. Jamer Candelario kind of complicates things, though. I like the Royals, man. I like the Nats, man, but I think the Nats are going to go bigger than that. I think they're going to go Walker. Oh, baby. I think it might be the Royals. But Vinny P. So that's not going to work. Vinny P was hurt most of last year. So that's out. Cardinals just did a bunch of old guy stuff. I feel like any old guy, I'm like, he's not going to St. Louis because I don't think they want to do it again. But I could be wrong. And they're also trying to trade their old guys. The Reds haven't done anything this offseason. So wait, so who's playing first for the Reds right now? I feel like they have 8 million infielders. And everyone plays everywhere. See, yeah, this is why it's not going to work. Because they gave Candelario way too much money. And they have CES, who is a third baseman, but he's going to play first. Because I don't think they trust him over there. So, no, I don't think it's going to be the Reds either. I thought this would give us a more concrete answer. Okay, final prediction. Here we go. Final prediction for first baseman. Ready? So we said Rizzo to the A's. I'm married to that. I like it a lot. 1 year, $5 million. Clip it. When it happens, we can gloat. Goldie goes home to Arizona. Don't really know what the number is. Probably more than Rizzo. Probably 1 year for 8 or something, like what Jordan Romano got. Yankees win the Walker sweepstakes by going above 70 mil. 3 years for 72, let's say. He gets 24 per. Nationals pivot, sign Carlos Santana to a 1 year deal. Because the Nationals are not going to try and they're not going to make the playoffs this year. I don't think that's in the cards for them. I don't think they've done enough to get ahead of the curve. But this team can be good. Like, this team can add Carlos Santana and then maybe go after Santander. And then suddenly your top 6 is Abrams, Wood, Santander, Cruz, Luis Garcia, and Carlos Santana. That's like a formidable top 6. Righty, lefty switch splits. Better defense. Santander is a caveat. Could DH on this team because they have Jacob Young in center field, who they like. Carlos Santana goes to the Nationals. Bam. That's what I picked in my video, actually. Oh, no. I think I said Rockies because I needed to pick one for everyone. Damn. Do you guys know about me and Ryan Cohen's bet? Ryan Cohen made his own list of 30 free agent predictions, and whoever gets the most right has to buy the other one lunch. I think he's up 2-1 because he had Soto to the Mets. Fucker. Who'd I get? I had Danny Jansen to the Rays. Let's go. What a call. And then he got Bieber back home to Cleveland, and he got Soto to the Mets. So he is ahead, unfortunately. And I'm going to buy an expensive lunch when I win. We got about 5 minutes left. Anything else you guys want to cover before we wrap it up and I go home and possibly have some tomato soup? That's what I'm looking forward to. I love tomato soup. And hey, if you've been here the whole time, subscribe. Maybe leave a like. Maybe share it with a friend. You never know what kind of connection you could make. Jacob Webb to the Rangers, 1 year, 1.25. That's a nice deal. That was Orioles pen last year. Just solid for them, right? Yeah, just like a solid reliever. Dude, I saw Texas's bullpen today. It's so bad right now. So that's actually a really good move for them. Look how bad this bullpen is. Wow, he instantly becomes their closer. How funny is that? Ronci Contreras was their closer this morning, which is why I thought it was funny. But, like, who are any of these people? I watch a lot of baseball. Who are any of these people? Besides Dane Dunning. And wasn't Matt Festa on the Twins? Am I wrong? Wasn't he a Twins starter? Or is that a different Festa? Did I make that up? Hang on. David Festa. Okay. It's a lot of baseball players, right? All right, I missed a lot of messages on my little side quest there. Roki is going to the West Coast, LA or San Diego. There are rumors that Pirates could be looking to trade Mitch Keller. That's so dumb. That contract's really good. That's so dumb. You already traded from your surplus of pitching. Don't continue to do that. You guys are not known for developing pitching. You got really lucky. You got lucky with Jones, and you had the number 1 overall pick, and you drafted a generational talent. Keller took 4 years to get good. Why would you trade him now? Boo. What do the Orioles do to become a contender team? I mean, they're like almost there, but they have to get pitching. And they're so afraid to get pitching. And they're looking in the wrong places. But like their bullpen's pretty good. They're going to get Felix back next year. They still have like Ciano Perez and Yenier. Yeah, I mean, this bullpen doesn't need a lot of work at all. This needs work. Trevor Rogers can't. I mean, that trade is absolutely ludicrous. But aside from the point of like, they were desperate, they wanted to make a move, whatever. Who knows if Gleyber Torres is the same dude next year? Dean Kramer has shown you what he is. He's a low to mid 4 innings eater. Grayson Rodriguez hasn't shown that he can stay healthy, and then Zach Eflin. You need a top-end game 1 starter type starting pitcher, which was Corbin Burnes, who gave you 8 shutout innings in a playoff game in a game that you lost. Even though your lineup doesn't really need work either. What can you add to this lineup, realistically? All the holes are filled. You prospect hugged, remember? This is what you get. The prospects now have to perform. So we'll see. What's the best move for the Twins at first base if Santana leaves? Santana is leaving, and the Twins are not spending money because they are broke as hell. So I don't know what they do. I don't know if they can do anything. Like, I don't think we're being fed the real information about just how broke the Twins are without their TV deal. Which is why I think they're like listening to Correa offers and stuff like that. What can they do? Go after Anthony Rizzo. Go after Paul Goldschmidt. 1-year deal, less than $8 million. They don't want to do that though. Maybe Brooks Lee comes up and someone moves to first. I mean, Brooks Lee was already up, but he's going to play every day this year. Jose Miranda is their first baseman. That feels fine. That feels like that's actually probably going to stay. This actually feels like the opening day lineup for the Twins next year. Maybe move Royce to first so you can protect him a little bit more. I don't know. Because Royce can't get hurt again. They're going to try for Cease. I hate it, but fine. Profar and Bogarts came up together. That's cool. Twins can play Miranda at first and Julian at second. Yeah, or Julian at first. You know, if you don't like him defensively. That's also an option because I think they like his bat. It's just he had a really bad year last year. They're gonna try things internally. I don't think they're gonna look externally. Royce is moving to second already. Is that supposed to help? I feel like that's worse. Middle infield versus corner infield. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. What's more realistic, Alonso to Seattle or back to NY? Probably Seattle. They haven't done anything yet. They usually are good for like one big move. Got a Jake text. It was 24. Good job, guys. 24. Have fun with Clay Holmes. I bookmarked a lot of tweets. That's all I'll say. Yankee fans victory lapping the Clay Holmes signing are making me laugh because all this regime has demonstrated is that whatever they want to do with pitching, they usually accomplish. Whether it was Manaea or Severino or all of the bullpen pet projects last year, like, I'm not worried about it. I mean, obviously, I don't want him to be the number 2 starter. I would like him to be the number 5 or 6 starter. But I trust that they'll fill those holes. And if he's great, great. He had the highest ground ball rate in baseball last year. That plays. We'll see. If you don't think Alonso is coming back to the Mets, who is giving him the money that he wants? It's not Houston because they don't want to give anyone more than a 5-year deal. And I think Alonso wants more than that. I don't know if Seattle wants to go that hard. The Cubs? Panic button? Trade Michael Busch? At peak value? The Giants? The Giants. Maybe the Giants. Maybe they miss Burnes and they go after Alonso. Who's at first for them? Wilmer? Lamont Wade? But Lamont can play the outfield and be a really good bench piece. Yeah, Lamont can play left because I'm sure they don't want to start Grant McCray. The Giants. Yeah, the Giants. That's my pick. Wow. Do you think the Yankees pull the trigger on Tucker? I mean, they're going to, put together a beast of an offer for Tucker. No doubt in my mind. It's just, do the Astros pull the trigger? That's the real question. Do the Astros want to do that? Do you think the Mets trade for Lau now that the Rangers have Jake Burger? I think someone's trading for Lau. I think that's a great point that you just brought up. Burger has 4 years of control, which Miami Marlins, what the fuck are we doing? Why are you trading someone that's not at least 2 years away from being a free agent? If you have someone with years of control who can play Major League Baseball, just roster them. Worst case, you wait until the trade deadline. You get a team that's incredibly desperate to add a bat to their lineup, and then you trade them. And you probably get way more than you got. They got like 3 prospects that are like fringe top 10, top 5 in the Rangers system. That made me so mad. Whatever. We'll see. Speaking of we'll see, I'll see you guys next time because I think I am going to wrap up this stream. This was fun. I'm really enjoying my 1 hour of chatting with you guys every day just about winter meeting stuff. Hopefully we get a move at some point to react to. If Burnes or anything else happens within a reasonable hour tonight, you might see me, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Turn on your notifications for Jolly Off. I never ask people to do that. Do that. Leave a like on the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. If you've been watching and you're saying, why can't I type in chat? It's because you didn't subscribe. So subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys next time we do a stream. I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. I hope your dinner tastes fantastic tonight. I hope your commute is short and sweet and you listen to some good songs along the way and you get into it. And I hope your team signs a player that you like within the next 24 hours. It won't be true for all of you, but it will be true for some of you. And I think that's a beautiful thing. This has been a good winter meetings this year. Of course, the year that I don't go, it's great. Whatever. I'm not mad about it. I'll see you guys next time. Stay good. Get home safe. All that stuff. All that jazz. And I'll switch this. Oh. Okay.